Hello everyone, welcome to Cooking the Quads. My name is Tony, and for episode 1, I'm going to show you guys how to make a protein-packed breakfast. Okay, so for the ingredients for this protein breakfast, we're going to have 2 bananas, some peanut butter, some maple syrup, some cooking spray, milk or a milk substitute, I'm using almond milk, and then some pancake mix. Okay, so let's get started. So first thing I'm going to do is just set the front burner to medium heat. I like it on medium when I make pancakes just because if it's too high, you're going to end up burning the side before it's too ready to flip. So I'm just adding a little bit of the pancake mix to the bowl. This part's kind of up to you, how much you want to make, how much you're looking to eat in one sitting. I like a lot of food at once, so I kind of have a pretty good sized bowl of the mix going on here. And once I think I've got a pretty good amount like that, I'm going to set that to the side and get the milk out. Now, I don't think measuring pancake mix or the drink is the way to go. I'm kind of a free willy here, so I just kind of like to pour it in and eyeball it. Start with a little bit, you can always add some more later. It's always best to add too little at first. Hard to take milk out of a pancake mix. So you're just going to mix this until you kind of get a thick but kind of viscous liquid. You don't want it soupy. You don't want it too stuck together. Kind of want that, like, not Papa Bear, not Mama Bear, but just right Goldilocks kind of stuff. That's what we're looking for. So I'm going to add a little bit more milk. And just keep stirring it. Get it all mixed together. Start looking kind of like this. I think it might need a little bit more milk. That should be good. Okay, so this is the consistency I'm kind of talking about. It's not really soupy, but it's got like a little jiggle to it, almost like Jell-O a little bit. You want something that's going to keep its shape when you drop it down onto the pan rather than something that's going to run all over the place if it's too liquidy. So if it starts running all over the place, just know that you need to add some more pancake mix to balance it out. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take our cooking spray and we're just going to take our pan and a light little spray over it. This is so the pancakes don't stick to the bottom of the pan. I don't know why I'm bumbling on my words, but it makes it easier to flip them when they're ready. Okay, now I'm going to do my best to hold this and show you what I'm doing. I'm just going to take a little scoop here full of mix, get it nice and settled, and bring it over to my pan. Just put it down on there. Now if you feel comfortable, you're more than welcome to cook more than one at once. This is not my first go around with pancakes, so I'm going to do 2 at a time. Okay. So that's how they look right now. You're going to keep an eye on them as they cook, and as they start to get little bits of bubbles coming up to the top, you can see them kind of pop sometimes, not yet. That's when you're going to know to start kind of using your spatula, work your way around the edges, make sure they're solid. And then when it feels most comfortable to, pick it up and then flip it. Okay, I've peeled the bananas and I got a little ahead of myself and started slicing them up already. But you're just going to want to cut them in thin little slices. You can either choose to put them in your pancakes. You just push them into the pancake mix as you put them onto the hot plate. Just kind of push them in a little bit, make sure they're secure in place. I'll show you what I mean later, but just thin little slices like this. If you don't want to put them in your pancakes, you can just throw them on top later. Okay, so I made 2 practice pancakes here. I'm going to walk you guys through my kind of process and technique to making some pancakes here. You're just going to take a good scoop, and whatever you have, even a spoon can work. I'm just using a measuring cup right now. I'm going to cook 2 of these at a time because this isn't my first go around with pancakes. And just kind of drop them on like that. Now you're going to take some slices of banana. You're just going to kind of gently push it in You want it a little bit submerged in there. It doesn't have to be completely covered by pancake mix, just secure enough so that when you flip it, they're not falling out or going over the place. So here's what one full of bananas looks like. And then I'm gonna wait until it starts to bubble. When we start seeing bubbles come up through kind of this middle-ish area, not too close to the edges, but more towards the middle, it'll tell us it's cooked not only on the bottom, but a little bit through the middle and solid enough to flip. And at that point, I'm gonna take my spatula, I'm gonna start working around the edges of the pancake, get a feel for how solid it is. And a little bit of this is playing it by ear. It's just kind of seeing what you've set the cooking setting on, how fast your stove is heating up. You can see a little bit of like smoke or steam coming off. I don't think I sprayed enough cooking spray, but we'll work with it. There's one without banana pieces. It's a little smaller, so it cooked faster. This one we're still waiting on it a little bit. I'll get back to you guys when it's ready. Okay, so as you can see, it has started to bubble here in the middle a little bit, so that's telling me that it's not just cooked on its bottom, but a little bit towards the middle, so it's going to be able to hold its shape better if I flip it now. A little tricky holding an iPad, but I'll try. A little bit too much on that side, but still edible. I'm going to eat it for the show. Okay, so here's how one of them turned out, a banana cinnamon oat pancake. And now we're going to take our knife and get a little bit of peanut butter on it. You don't need too much because I'm going to repeat this process on the other ones, but just putting a thin layer on the top of the pancake, and then we'll just spray the pan and keep making pancakes until we run out of pancake mix. And I'll show you the finished product. Okay, so I made the rest of the pancake mix I had with me, and I'm just putting the final pieces of banana here on top, and it's looking pretty good, and it smells really good in here. I don't know if you guys can see it too well, but there's the pancakes. They've either got bananas cooked into them or a layer of banana between them and the next pancake, and then there's peanut butter on each layer. And then once you're all set with that, you can take some maple syrup. I've got some Vermont made, and you can just pour it over and enjoy. Thank you. And there you have it, guys. Here is our protein-packed and calorie-dense breakfast. We've got pancakes with bananas and peanut butter. There's either bananas in each pancake or layered on top of them, sometimes even both, just because I love bananas. So, well, I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in.